So, as you can see sa thumbnail natin at saka sa title natin sa video na to, we are going to create a branding kit. But I hear you guys, I know you are going to say, ano naman itong branding kit, Sui? Actually, this is an important thing to do if you are going to handle social media sites of your client or even your social media accounts. For this video, I will try my best to explain branding the simplest way and the easiest way that I can para sa inyo mga beginners. So yeah, before I dive in, let me introduce myself first. I'm Suzie and I create contents about work from home, productivity, self-development, and freelancing lifestyle. So if you like all those kind of topics, please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the bell button down below so that you'll get notified every time I upload a new video. Okay, so I know your first question is, so ano yung branding? Siguro I'm going to start discussing what are the misconceptions about branding. So, some of the people know that ang branding is the company logo, the company's color, the company's font style, kung ano yung ginagamit nila, the company's marketing, and so on. But that is not the branding, guys. But it will help the company get known because of that. Pero hindi talaga yan siya yung branding. So ano yung branding? So the branding is the reputation that you can get from the people or the audience that you have. And it's basically the unique values that they can also get from you or your company. Even nga, if there's one single member sa team mo na very rude sa client mo or sa customers mo, even if kahit pa solid na solid yung mga contents mo, yung solid yung tagline mo, super nice yung logo mo, even if lahat yun okay, pero even one single person sa team mo is not good with your clients and with your followers, with your audience, then that can also affect sa branding mo. Branding is important because sa panahon ngayon, marami ng mga companies na nagbibigay ng the same services or the same products na the same sa atin. So to make us stand out from those companies, we have to create our own solid branding. So dyan tayo makikilala kung ano yung kaibahan natin sa iba na companies na the same lang yung services or products na ino-offer natin. That's the reason why branding is important. So there are a lot of things that can be branded. Branding person, branding places, branding products or services. So we are currently living right now in a world where everything is very saturated na, especially itong kind of work from home, especially nitong coronavirus time natin ngayon, na most of us are really thinking to work from home because of this kind of danger na nasa paligid natin ngayon. And well, I'm not accurate with this number ha. Siguro from 5% of people who are working from home before na hindi pa nag-COVID, ngayon siguro nag times 10 or times 20 na yung karamihan. Again, I'm not sure. I'm not exact with my numbers, but my main point is biglang dumami yung nag-work from home and yung gustong mag-online. For us to stand out sa kadami-daming service or business na the same sa atin, we have to create a solid branding. According pa nga ni Meg Whitman, when the brand is used as a verb, then that is already pretty remarkable brand. So, ang example nito is, you don't know how to do that? Just Google it. Instead of saying, just search it, you are saying, just Google it. So, di ba? Yung Google, ginamit mo na siya as a verb. And another sample is that, oh, I like that picture. Can you please Photoshop it? So, instead of using the word enhance or use the word edit, you are using the word Photoshop. You use it as a verb. So, that's a pretty cool thing, right? Yung brand is ginawa mo siyang verb. So, malalaman mo talaga na very strong yung branding nila. If you can think for another brand na ginagamit na as a verb, then comment it down below, and I would love also to know what are the other brands na ginagamit na as a verb. So boss up, I'm also thinking then if we can say it, boss up your game. instead of level up your game. Or maybe we can use boss up your income instead of saying increase your income. Boss up your lifestyle instead of saying step up your lifestyle. Yung mga ganun. So, yeah. So, if you like that, comment hashtag boss up sa baba. And, wala lang. Na-enjoy lang ako. As the time goes by, marami ng changes. Hindi lang sa branding, sa lahat-lahat ng bagay. Nag-evolve din yung meaning sa branding na tinatawag na natin ngayon. And mostly, it focuses na on who you are, what are your values, how do you want to be branded, how you don't want to be branded. It's pretty much up to you kung ano yung gusto mong maging brand sa'yo. Actually, wala naman talagang rules on how you are going to brand yourself. It's just that meron lang tayong a couple of guidelines that will help you create your own brand. So right now, I'm going to share my screen to you so that we can start creating your branding kit. So yeah. So right now, you are currently seeing my screen. So I'm here in Canva. And what you are going to do first is to log in. But if you still don't have an account, you can click sign up here and sign up using your Google account. But just make sure that you are already logged in sa Google account mo. But for me, I already have an account already. So I will just log in using my Google account. So I will just allow to Canva to access my Gmail account and then boom, log in. And right now, ito yung mga designs na pwede mong gamitin. And ang dami nito, you can search here if you want. Meron din dito ang custom dimensions na pwede nyong gamitin. But here, ang focus natin is to create a branding kit. Something like this. So this is the one that I have made for Bossed Up. But I know this is not perfect, but I'm already okay with it. And I'm going to walk you through on how to create one for you. And I've made a template na para hindi kayo mahirapan. I used the A4. If you are going to click here, A4, ayun, lumabas siya. Okay, A4 document. So, ito yung lalabas or ito yung ginamit ko na size ng branding template. So, ito yung template na pwede nyong gamitin. Maglalagay ako ng link sa baba. But then, right now, I'm going to teach you or walk you through on how to make it something like this. Kung ayaw nyo to na template and you want to create a new design or a new format, you can create that one here. Click nyo lang tong A4 document. Of course, blank. And then, yung ginawa ko dito, naglagay lang ako ng text. Here, text. And then, text, let's say, main logo. Tapos, gusto ko na maliit lang siya. We will adjust the size. For example, ganyan. You can choose the font style here. Like, kung gusto nyo ganyan. And gusto nyo bold. It's up to you. And then, as you can see, meron siyang line, right? Ang line na ginamit ko, dito mo siya makikita sa, let's say, elements. Ito, elements. Tapos, dito ka sa lines. And then, see all. Ito yung ginamit ko. For example, you don't like that one. You don't like the one that I used. Gusto mo ng something simple lang, like this. Simple lang. Hindi to simple. Ayoko din yan. Something ganito. Pero ako guys, I really prefer to use a simple elements lang talaga or yung hindi siya nakakuha masyadong attention. Especially if hindi naman talaga siya yung focus. So for example, this one, kung lalakihan mo kasi siya, ganito yung mangyayari. So what I did is niliitan ko lang siya tapos duplicate na lang. Duplicate. Tapos duplicate. Yan yung ginawa ko. Duplicate ko lang siya. For example, ganyan. So, mayayari dito magiging pataas siya, right? So, for example, ganyan. Duplicate natin siya. Lagyan natin ng ganyan. So, yan yung ginawa ko. Tapos, Kung nalilito kayo kung paano to gawin, eto, makikita mo siya sa frames. Dito sa elements, tapos may frames. Make sure to use this one na parang may clouds. So, the one that I have used is ito. So, if you don't like that one and you want to use another, for example, this one for the color palette. Tapos maglagay ka lang ng marami if marami kang colors na gagamitin sa brand mo. Tapos ganyan. Tapos maglagay ka lang din ng text para sa yung mga hexa-hexa. This one, copy. Yan. You can adjust the numbers if this is too malaki para sa inyo. And then, para hindi kayo mahirapan, again, mag-duplicate lang din. Malalaman mo naman pag center siya or hindi kasi may makikita kang lines, diba? That one, center siya. Tapos, ganyan, duplicate na naman. That's how I do this part here. So, how to color that one? I will just click this and then, mamili ako ng color. Ganyan. Kung gusto mo siyang lagyan ng color. Then, you can also use other pictures here or frame para sa colors mo. It's up to you or this one na parang diamond for your accent color. Actually, the same lang. Ito lines, text, ito frames. Frames the same then. And then, yeah, that's how you are going to do your own template if you don't like this one. But again, guys, I will be sharing this link to you para magamit niyo siya. But make sure to create your own copy. Kasi pag hindi kayo mag-create your own copy, just click here, make copy, para magkaroon ka ng own copy mo. Kasi pag diretso ka lang na mag-edit, ang mangyayari, sa akin ka mag-edit and other people can also edit your work. So, para walang maka-edit na ibang tao, you can go file and make a copy for your own and make sure to name it on your own. Like, for example, Suzie or the name of your company, branding kit template. Okay, so, after nyo na makapag-decide if you are going to use the template that I'm going to share with you or gagawa ka ba ng sayo, of course, you can use my template and you can alter it. For example, gusto mo ba ito siyang palitan or gusto mo siyang i-rearrange? It's up to you. You can do that. The first thing that we are going to do is to create your own mood board. Why we should create the mood board first? Gumawa na ako dito sa Pinterest ko kung ano yung mood board na gusto kong gawin for the brand. So, ito yung ginawa ko. Create your own account, create your own Pinterest. You can sign up using your Google, just the same with Canva. And create a board. So, paano ba mag-create ng board? Okay, so if you are here, sa profile mo na, ito yung makikita mo, sa profile mo, pumunta ka lang sa board. And then, here, ang dami ko ng board na nagawa. Pumunta ka lang gumawa ng board. And, for example, this will be the name of the board. Or, I would really say that, for example, your name is Suzie. Or kung ano yung company's name mo, Suzie, tapos brand, mood board for branding. Tapos, pwede nang walang date. And then, here, it's up to you if you wanted to keep it secret. Kung ayaw mong may makikita na ibang tao sa mood board mo for your branding, or okay lang. But for me, it's okay lang kahit may makakita. So, click ko lang yung gumawa. But I will not do that anymore because I have my own mood board na. So, here it is. So, paano ko ba to sinave tong mga pins na to? Itong tawag na to, mga pins to siya, na ginawa ng ibang mga creators here sa Pinterest. So, what I did para makakuha ng mga pictures na I like, actually, nasa mind ko na talaga kung ano yung theme na gusto ko. Pero para mas makita ko lang siya kung ano talaga yung gusto ko na mga colors, ano yung mga dominant colors that I want to use, yung nilagay ko lang kasi yung theme ko is Lady Boss. Parang Boss Babe. Let's say, Boss Babe. So makikita mo dito, Boss Babe is more on pink, pastel color, and mga ganito na type. para makakita ko ng mga gusto ko. For example, this one, I want to save it. So, make sure na yung board is bossed up, tapos save. So, na-save na siya sa board ko. For example, this one, save. This one, save. Pwede din nyo tong gawin sa phone nyo. For example, I want pink and green and gold. Because I already know what I want. I already know the kind of colors na i-combine ko. It's up to you ha, kung ano yung combinations, color combinations na gusto niyo. So basically, ito yung gagawin natin. Something na ganito. Something na ganito. Okay, so if you still don't have any idea what color combinations that you are going to use, I would highly recommend these accounts sa Instagram and see if you like the combinations. And yeah, you can start from there if you still don't have any idea what color combinations you have in mind. Since I have already pictures na, dami na akong pictures sa board ko. So mostly, ito talaga yung mga dominant sa color ko, right? So pink, green, shades of pink, may dark pink, may lighter pink, lahat ng pink ata, tsaka green. Accent lang yung green, hindi masyado yung green, accent ang white. Meron na akong nakikitang a little bit gold. That's the reason why I came up to these colors. Basically, ito, sample lang yan sa mga shades na gusto ko na darker at saka lighter. Pero basically, more yung lahat ng mga colors sa pink yung gusto ko. And this one, ito yung mga accent colors ko na gusto kong gamitin. I based that one here. Green, gold, yung yellow, pink. Dominant yung pink. And yeah, accent colors lang yung iba. After that, after na nakagawa na kayo ng own board at nakita nyo na yung combinations, color combinations na gusto nyo, we can now proceed to create your logo. So, sa logo, you can search logo here sa Canva. But as you can see, that is just only 500 by 500. For me, maliit lang yan. Mas gusto ko yung mas malaki para hindi siya masyadong blurry. Instagram is still square. So, ito yung mas gusto kong gamitin. And then, babalik lang ako sa logo to look for some designs na gusto ko. This one, gusto ko talaga yung mga simple lang. Mga simple lang siya na mga designs. So, for example, I like this one. Copy ko lang siya. Ilagay ko siya sa Instagram. And then, lalakihan ko siya. Make sure na naka-group pa rin siya. Because if you are just going to click this one, ang lalaki lang, ito lang. Hindi lalaki yung itong nasa taas. So, make sure na silang lahat naka-click. Yan. Tapos, lakihan mo. And of course, we cannot use this one kasi sample na to. And also, syempre, iba naman yung name natin. Like, for example, let's say Suzie. Suzie Lashes. But of course, guys, the name of your business or the name of the logo that you're going to create should really based on yung services mo, right? You can use Suzie Virtual Solution. Marami kang pwedeng magamit na name. It's still up to you. Like for example, this one, Suzie Lashes. Example, nagbibenta ako ng mga lashes. Gusto ko palitan natin siya na marami kasi tayong magagamit dito. Mas gusto ko to. So, yan. Mas gusto ko yan. Tapos, i-delete na lang natin to. Tapos, ito. Lakihan natin. Sometimes, sa reason na gusto talaga natin na perfect lahat, hindi tayo nag-move forward. Kasi, nasa stuck tayo sa paggawa lang ng perfect logo. Hindi na tayo makamove forward sa iba. Just do something that parang okay na sa'yo. Sa akin ito, hindi naman, for me, I can say this is not perfect and this will not be permanent. So, from time to time, I'm also going to change that one. So, yeah, huwag kayong ma-stuck sa mga bagay na pwede naman palitan. And then, again guys, except na lang pag, pag IPO, yung ganon, mga ganong level. So, hindi pa naman. We are still starting this business, right? So, yeah, let's say ganyan. I know this is the weirdest logo. I know this is the weirdest logo. And for sure, we need a logo that is transparent yung background, hindi white yung background. So, if sure ka na yan yung gagamitin mo na logo, just download it as a PNG. Here, download PNG. If you don't have a Photoshop, you can use the remove.bg. So, you can use this one. Upload an image. So, wag nyo tong sayangin kasi pag first time yung gumamit, may one free credit kayo or maka-download kayo ng 1 HD na file. Pag nagamit nyo na yon, hindi na kayo makaka-download. So, ang nangyari is tinanggal niya yung white. So, na-download ko na kasi yung PNG high-res ko. So, I cannot download this one anymore. I can only download it 500 by 500. But for you, kung hindi mo pa nagamit, you can download it na high-res. That's how you're going to remove the background if you don't have a Photoshop. Kasi, ang Canva, you can do that, pero kailangan premium ka. Pwede ka namang i-activate mo muna yung settings mo to premium, but just make sure that I'm not sure how many days you can use the premium account for free. But just make sure na you will set here para maging pro ka. Just make sure that you are going to set time or set a date na isa-stop mo na yung, for 30 days. And just make sure that after 30 days, you are going to unsubscribe to their pro account. So, if you're going to do that, just make sure that you make a notification or reminder sa phone mo or saan mo siya gusto ilagay na madali mo siya makita na you have to unsubscribe na para hindi kayo makabayad sa monthly ng Canva. That's that. For example, na-download ko na siya. But, pwede ko naman siyang i-copy. So, that's my main logo. That's just a sample, guys. And then, for the alternate logo, ito yung parang ibang version mo ng logo. For example, tanggalin lang natin to. As you can see, if you are just going to click the beauty center, nakiklik din niya si Suzie kasi naka-group siya. You have to ungroup it. Click ungroup. And then, click ka outside. Click ka balik sa beauty center. You can see na hindi na nakiklik si Suzie lashes. So, that's the time that you can delete it. Boom. So, this is the alternate logo. This is just an example, guys, again. So, I can use this alternate logo sa mga post ko, sa social media. You can make a lot of alternate logos if you want. Fav icon or fav icon. I'm not really sure kung ano yung tamang pronunciation yan. But, ang ano niyan is ito. Ito, yung nakikita niyo na see. That is the fav icon of Canva. Let's say, ang gusto natin is, for example, that one. I know guys, marami sa inyo very nice gumawa ng mga logo. Maraming mga graphic designers na nagsasubscribe sa akin. So, I know you can do better than this. You can use Illustrator, you can use Adobe Photoshop if you like. But for the beginners na nagwa-watch nito, you can use Canva na to start with. I'm just playing around, guys. So, please bear with me. Kasi pag sana kung hindi siya premium, pwede nating magamit. Okay, so ganyan na lang. Okay, for the main color, for example, guys, you have na your Pinterest. Tapos, for example, you want a specific color talaga. Let's say, maghanap tayo, yung mood board mo is more on beach. Example for this one, you want to get the color of the beach. You can use this eyedropper, color picker here. Tapos, and kunin mo siya, ganito. Tapos, kunin mo yung gusto mo na color. But then, if ayaw nyo to kasi it will take time, go to image, image color picker, and upload the photo here. Like for example, this one, I'm going to save it. Save ko na to siya. Tapos, upload your image here. Tapos, sample beach. As you can see, nakita niya lahat ng colors na nandito. For this color, this is, i-copy mo lang siya. Ito yung copy. Pwede mo siyang ilagay na sa dito. Ayan. And then here, click this one. And then, lagyan here. Tapos, dyan. So, that's that. For example, you want to get the color of this one. Just click it here. Copy. And then, here. Copy. So, dito, change mo din. So, I hope you are getting it. You just have to download it and upload it. And lalabas na yung mga colors. Pero, it would be easier for you to check all the colors that you want. The main point is how to get the color of the pictures na nasa mood board mo. So, dito naman sa fonts, I would highly recommend that you install the Font Ninja. Kasi for example, meron kayong font na gusto na i-copy, for example, sa website. For example, ito gusto nyo to siya na font. Pero hindi mo siya alam kung ano siya na font. Ang gawin mo lang, mag-download ka nito. This is Font Ninja, Chrome extension. Tapos, dito makikita mo lahat ng font style na nasa website nito. So, marami siya. For example, this one, this is Averia. This is actually complete. May anong size niya, tapos anong color din niya, makikita mo rin. Tapos here, for example, this one, this is Cormant. For example, gusto mong piliin si Cormant. Lagyan mo dito Cormant. You can also pick styles here na available. Cormant. Okay, so andito si Cormant, we can use that one. For example, regular kasi yun. So, walang regular dito. Let's just say ganyan. Tapos, Cormant. So, therefore, Cormant. Cormorant. Oh, come on. Cormorant. Pwede kang maglagay niyan. Tapos, create another. Copy mo siya. Copy, tapos lagay mo siya dito. You can copy and paste pwede mo siyang i-ganyan. Pero meron kasing mga text na wala dito. So, it's better na kung pwede, kung gusto, okay lang sa'yo, mamili ka na lang ng nandito sa Canva para it would be easier for you to look for text na kay Canva. And then here, for example, this one, also duplicate it and over the rainbow. Yan. So, it's better na nandito yung font na gusto mo sa Canva para mas madali siya. Kasi, kung premium, at wala siya dito, you have to upload pa the font style here in Canva, and kailangan siya na naka-premium account, or yes, naka-premium. So, pag free account, hindi ka makapag-upload ng own font style mo. So, here, madami namang magagandang font style na pwede mong pagpilian. Wag lang tong may ganito kasi kailangan siya ng premium. But, kung free account lang sa'yo, dapat itong walang ganito, parang may crown. Ito sa patterns, I really love the combination of mga plants and mga digital icons. As you can see naman sa mood board ko. Let's go back. Here, iPad, tapos may flowers, may coffee, may plants. Diba? Yan yung makikita mo na always na nasa picture. So, keyboard, laptop, phone. So,
ganyan din yung gusto ko na style or mga patterns na gamitin ko sa design ko. Again, it's up to you what do you like ng mga designs, and makikita yan siya dito sa elements. So, madami dito. You can go here, see all if you like the plants. Pwede din sa subjects, sa simple objects. Ito kasi yung always ko nakikita ng mga designs. Tape, ilagay mo. You can also change the color if you don't like the purple. Pwede nyo siyang change na pink. And also, if wala dito yung gusto niyo, you can Google it and just upload it. Just make sure na naka-PNG siya para hindi makita yung parang frame niya. And then for the mood board, meron siyang mga frames. So, sa ipapakita ko or sa ipapagamit ko sa inyo na you can use it, meron na siyang ganun. But it's still up to you if you're going to use that or delete that. Tinuruan ko na kayo, right, kung paano siya gawin or paano gumawa ng frames. So, let's say here, lagay natin siya dito. And for example, magda-download ka lang. Dinownload ko na lang kasi yung picture ko. At saka, dito siya makikita sa uploads. Here, nasa taas pala. And then sa uploads, here, nilagay ko lang siya. You can just click it, drag, and then ilagay mo. Click, drag, tapos ilagay mo. And if ever, if this one makes you so hassle or natatagalan ka, may easy way naman. Like, ito, yung mood board mo, you just screenshot using the light shot, and then screenshot mo siya. And then, isave mo siya. Tapos, after mo siya ma-save, i-upload mo siya sa Canva. Like this one, in-upload ko siya. Ito. And instead of using this frame, what I'm going to do is to just delete this one para hindi ka na mahirapan to download everything. And click this one. Automatic ka ng mood board. But then guys, ito, pang lazy lang siya. Hindi to siya okay pag ito yung ipasa mo sa client mo. Hindi siya okay kasi hindi siya professional tignan. Kasi nag-snip ka lang ng picture tapos nilagay mo siya. Okay lang to pag kayo lang ng team mo or para sa'yo lang, para always ka ma-remind na ito yung feel or ito yung aesthetics na gusto mo sa mga social media accounts mo and then sa website mo. Pero pag if you are going to pass it on your client, especially if you are doing the branding for your client, I would highly recommend to do something like this. You can change the frame if you like. If you don't like this one, you can change the frame. But hindi ko to ini-encourage pag ipapasa niyo sa client niya. And for the avatar, ito yung ginamit ko ng avatar. As you can see, I know some of you already seen this one sa mga social media ko. Ito yung nakalagay, but I'm thinking to change this avatar na naman. But for now, yan muna yung nilagay ko. And ikaw, kung wala ka pang ganyan, you can use naman dito yung mga avatar na nasa Canva na for free. Let's say, laptop. Maraming lalabas dito na pwede niyong ipang avatar. Marami dito. So, you can use these pictures as well. Ayan. But for sure, marami na din gumagamit nito because this is just for free lang. So, it's up to you kung magpapagawa ka or gagawa ka ng sayo. That would be good. Ako pinagawa ko kasi I don't know how to do that. And here, ito yung mga words. Kailangan talaga to guys. Para ito yung tone of voice ng mga social media accounts mo. How you're going to approach or to make contents for your social media account. So, sample ko dito, always kong ginagamit ng mga terms. So, for me, I'm always using these words. Boss babes, bosses, boss, girl boss, lady boss, boss up, always be grateful, provide value. Always ko itong mga sinasabi. And all the bad words, hindi ko na siya iniisa-isa. Always friendly yung tone of voice sa team namin. So, yeah, again guys, dapat talaga ito malaman kung meron kang team or marami kayong nagwo-work sa team mo. or sa company mo kasi every single member sa team mo nakaka-affect siya sa branding. Pag may isang rude, kahit kayo lahat, very good yung customer service, pero pag may isang team sa company nyo na very rude sa iba, clients mo, sa ibang clients mo, then that can affect the branding that you have. The branding is not the color that you are using, the branding is not the designs, the font style, the logo. Hindi talaga yan siya yung branding. Ang branding is the trust, the reputation, and the unique values that the audience or the customer can get from the contents that you are giving to them. Hindi lang isa yung brand nyo. Ang dami nyong branding. Each tao may iba't ibang branding kayo. So, yep, that's that. And hopefully this quick tutorial on how to make a branding kit is very useful to you, and you can use this one to make a branding kit for your clients and even for yourself. So yeah, that's that for now.
So that's how you are going to create your branding kit for your social media accounts or for the social media accounts of your clients. So again guys, this one is not just for the social media accounts. You can also use this one for your website para maging cohesive yung website and mga social media accounts mo. And yeah, hopefully this video is helpful to you. And before I'm going to end this video, I would like you to check the works of my boss babes and bosses inside my group. So check this out. So if you'd like to join our Facebook group, just research I'm Ready to Boss Up by BritxSui. And don't forget to follow me on my Instagram account at BritxSui, and also for my Facebook page, Boss Up. For the next video, you are going to learn how to create LinkedIn account as a freelancer. And why is it so important to have a LinkedIn account, especially if you are working from home or you are working as a freelancer. So yeah, if you like that, please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell button down below so that you'll get notified every time I upload a new video. Bye!